A good number of television viewers were left in utter shock when the iconic show Gilligan's Island was suddenly canceled in 1967. The show had brought so much entertainment and fun to homes at the time, and it certainly had the potential to become a bigger show in the future. This video reveals the real reason why Gilligan's Island was canceled. All you need to know about Gilligan's Island. If you're a 60s kid, then you certainly remember the iconic show Gilligan's Island. It was to be one of the shows that was thoroughly enjoyed by thousands of Americans at the time. Before its release, there was no show that showcased adventure during that period, so the show was the first of its kind. The producer, Sherwood Schwartz, was discouraged by several movie executives who thought the concept of the show wasn't good enough for television. He was told that the show was going to be a flop. However, he believed that his vision for Gilligan's Island would succeed. After strategically bringing cast and crew members together, the show was finally brought to life in the early 1960s. On the 26th of September 1964, Gilligan's Island was released to air on the CBS network. The show was about 7 individuals from different backgrounds who were trapped on an island after being shipwrecked. Each episode was a revelation of the complexities and issues that were faced while they made efforts to escape from the island. Every single character in the show had his or her own unique personality, but the lead male character, Gilligan, was said to be the most interesting of them all. His character was played by actor Bob Denver, who did a great job in portraying a young and carefree boy. Gilligan was responsible for most of the roadblocks they encountered while trying to escape the island. The show was packed with several great actors and actresses like Natalie Schafer, Tina Louise, Russell Johnson, and Jim Backus. Even though they were not all popular actors at the time, Gilligan's Island provided a platform for them to show TV viewers their phenomenal acting skills. Contrary to what several movie executives thought about the show, Gilligan's Island turned out to be a major hit from the day it was released. The reception of Gilligan's Island. From the moment the first episode of the show was released, most television viewers were hooked on it. It turned out to be one of the few shows that was an instant hit. Most television shows aired for months before gaining the full attention of viewers, but Gilligan's Island was so interesting that the viewers couldn't wait for the next episode to be released. The TV show was said to have an opening tune that would keep playing in the minds of anyone who watched the show. The first season of the show had over 36 episodes, and all of them received great ratings. Most people thoroughly enjoyed being carried along as the castaways struggled to survive on the island. Most fans of the show loved it for a variety of reasons, and the different characters of the show attracted people from different walks of life. Young children were drawn to the character Gilligan because he reminded them of what it felt like to be a child and the imperfection that came along with it. Adults also thoroughly enjoyed the show. Gilligan's Island became a household favorite as most families would come together to watch the show as soon as it was aired. The show was one of America's favorite sitcoms from the 1960s to the 1970s. The scene that officially ended the show. The final episode of the third season of the show aired on the 17th of April 1967. It was titled Gilligan the Goddess, and the characters were still stranded on the island in that episode. In the episode, a king from a nearby island comes to specifically search for a white goddess to sacrifice to a volcano, but the castaways decide to offer Gilligan instead of the women in order to protect the women. The episode ended with the castaways still trapped on the island, and there was no indication that it was the final episode. The viewers of the show were already anticipating the next season, but their expectations were cut off when they heard that the show was canceled. Most television viewers were left in shock when they discovered that there was no fourth season. It was clear that the show ended abruptly, and this left people asking questions. It was surprising that such a promising show was taken off the air, and there was no solid reason to justify the cancellation of the show at the time. The real reason why Gilligan's Island was canceled. There were a lot of rumors and speculations about the reason why the show was canceled. Some people thought that the show violated certain rules, and others assumed that the producer decided to end the show after the third season. None of these assumptions were true. The truth is that the producer of the show had already planned to release the fourth season of the show in the near future. The cast and crew members were already working tirelessly to put the next episodes together. In fact, some of the cast members bought houses close to the set where they were filming. There was every indication that the show was going to keep running for a long time. The producer was told by the television network that the show will definitely be picked up for the 4th year, and it would be aired on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. as usual. However, after the last episode of the 3rd season, the show began to face several challenges. The production company that was in charge of airing Gilligan's Island and several other TV series at the time, called CBS Productions, had expressed its intentions to cancel Gunsmoke. This was one of the popular shows in the 1960s as well, and it had been running for a long time. The decision that CBS made to cancel Gunsmoke did not sit well with some influential people who were fans of the show. Some of the people who were strongly against the cancellation of the show were CBS Network president William Paley and his wife. After much deliberation and the influence of certain network affiliates, Gunsmoke was spared. However, for the show to keep running, they needed to kick another show out and replace it with Gunsmoke. Unfortunately, Gilligan's Island was quietly canceled, and the time slot was given to Gunsmoke. When the news about the circumstances surrounding the end of Gilligan's Island was exposed, most people called it favoritism. It is quite unfortunate that after the producer was assured that his show would keep running, he was left disappointed. There was nothing he could do about it, and he had to break the news to his cast members who were on vacation at the time. Most television viewers who were expecting the 4th season of Gilligan's Island were certainly disappointed when they didn't see it on TV as expected. The cast members had to find ways to change their plans and pursue other acting gigs. Where are the cast members now? Even decades later, Gilligan's Island is still remembered as one of America's most iconic sitcoms. Even though it only lasted for 3 seasons, it lived on in reruns and garnered thousands of fans. The cast members of the show went on to pursue their individual acting endeavors. Unfortunately, some of them have passed away. The lead actor Bob Denver went on to work on several other movie projects after the show was canceled. He even worked as a radio personality for a while before he began to battle pneumonia. Sadly, he passed away in 2005 as a result of throat cancer. Alan Hale, who played the character of the skipper, also passed away several years later at the age of 68. Natalie Schaefer, Russell Johnson, and Dawn Wells passed away as well. Tina Louise, who played the character of Ginger Grant, is one of the show's cast members who is still alive today. She currently lives with her family on Manhattan's East Side. Every single person who contributed to the success of Gilligan's Island will forever be remembered for putting smiles on the faces of TV viewers all through the 1960s. Which facts about Gilligan's Island caught your interest the most? Do let us know in the comments section below, and check out the next video in this series.